You're going all hog, just like Tom.
No, stop it. You leave him out of this.
I love you, Tom.
You don't know Tom.
Sure,
Tom
he's
would
lovely.
hate you.
He would hate you at everything you stand for.
He likes nothing about you.
He likes nothing about you except for your love for Moulin Rouge. That sugar is really hitting me.
Little Shookie's getting to
We
you.
have a case of the giggles off of Romano's Italian soda.
Before we officially get
Okay.
started, some people prefer these. Some people like doing the actual comic thing and like holding the mic in their hand.
No, I don't want to hold the mic.
Okay. Okay.
No, I'm good with this. And I love that I have the orange cable. Go
Yeah.
O's.
Look
Look at this little Oriole setup here
I
for
got
me.
orange soda. Your baseball team.
Yep, I've got my good Charlotte going.
Whoa.
Wait, what do I smell? Is that the Chesapeake Bay? Oh no, it's Russell's fucking basement.
All right. Well, thanks for being on the podcast. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
It's been a minute.
Are we actually on now?
Yeah, I think now.
Oh, okay, we're actually
we'll
on
call
now.
It, well, look at us. We're both professionals.
Profesh.
Well,
It's so
hey.
good to be here. Thank you for having me.
This is Tracy.
Hi. Oh, there's the camera. I keep looking at the lights like a moron.
You keep looking up there.
Like, also, I'm like, what's going on with my vision right now?
There we go. I gotta get these. Okay. Is that better? Is that better?
Is that better?
That's way too loud. Stay back.
Okay, right here.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay, I think that's better.
All right.
Okay, now we're starting.
Okay, now we're starting over. Okay, you take
can
it.
do your whole Good Charlotte bit one more time.
Oh, I don't even know what I said.
Okay, now we're starting. We're really blowing this right off the bat.
Come on down to Bubble Boy.
This is not a smooth entry. You gotta pick a volume. Are you loud or are you quiet?
I'm everything.
Well, hey, welcome to the podcast. Tracy's here.
Hi.
Everyone likes Tracy. Is that true?
No.
No. I talk to
no.
a lot of people.
People do like me. I'm a very likable person.
I've had to cut a few things from some podcast episodes.
I love it.
If you ever listen to the podcast, I'm like, I love Tracy, and then you see a hard cut because someone else was like, no, I don't.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
like,
I've seen that 5 times.
We have to remove this.
Yeah, 100%.
No, I like you.
We doing this?
Yeah. Welcome to the podcast, the Bubble Boy. We drink sodas. I got for Tracy a Romano's Italian orange cream.
It's going to be delicious.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite orange soda. And then Tracy also brought some naughty drinks.
I brought some apple juice. A little appy juice.
little naughty appy.
A little appy.
A little appy light.
And I brought you some different flavors. I have the ginger, in case you're worried about your B12 levels. I don't
Okay.
actually know what ginger does. And
Antioxidants? Is that what it? No,
Antioxidants?
That's pomegranate. I don't know. I don't know anything about health or like
I mean, obviously,
eating.
me neither. Yeah.
When I was wrestling in high school, I'm like, vegetables are good for you.
Yeah.
So right before a wrestling match, I would just crush 2 V8s
Huh.
and then go out and wrestle.
Yeah.
Not
But I will say this: you weren't one of the wrestlers that like had to cut weight, because I had a friend who didn't
No.
eat for like a week, and he would like spit every 20 seconds into like a can and jerk off 30 times.
no.
No, not you.
No, that was just for fun. That was unrelated to the
That
wrestling.
wasn't about wrestling.
That was a different thing. I was just saving that spit for later. I was just doing experiments. But also, someone would tell me like soda dehydrates you. Like drinking soda is like.
100%. Yeah.
So I'm like, good, because I'm wrestling, so I should drink a lot of soda because that dehydrates me, and that's what you want.
And now
Like,
here you are.
Look at me. Look at me now.
The progression was natural.
I'm at the top of my game physically.
Me too.
We're both-
As I'm wheezing from chain smoking for the 30-minute drive over here.
Really?
Yes.
You smoke in your car?
I smoke in my truck.
Oh, that's
I do.
trashy.
Yeah, I know it is. It's fine. It's okay. I don't have like car seats in it. I think that's like the ultimate white trash thing is like
Sure.
smoking with car seats. Once they got out of those things, it's all on.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's it gonna do? Stick to your
Do your,
clothes?
do your boys have cars?
No.
So they're just in your car?
I don't smoke in the car with them. It's not 1987.
I don't know.
I have limits.
You got those car seats that face backwards?
Yeah, 100% with my 17-year-old who's 6'3". Yes.
Yeah.
I just look in the rear view and he has one of those baby mirrors, like it's
Little
him just doing a
propeller
line.
Well, let's crack
Let's crack them open.
Let's crack these open.
This is not a twist top.
No, it is. Just no one's as strong as I am.
Yeah.
I've told people before, because for whatever reason, no one can twist the soda.
This is a twist top. You can do mine too.
No one can twist the tops off, and I'm like, oh, actually, soda tops are different than beer tops, and so they're different to open, and that's why. And they're like, really? No. But for whatever reason, no one can actually twist off a bottle.
That one might not actually be a twist top. Do you have a?
They're twisting, but they're not. Use bottle opener. It says.
Do you have a bottle opener?
Yeah, upstairs.
There's no way you have a bottle opener in your house. Okay.
Not every soda has a twist top.
Oh, I'm so excited to try this.
I'll go. We'll drink these. There'll be a quick intermission. I'll go get a bottle opener, and you can just vamp.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Delightful. Thank you for having me. This is gonna be. Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, that's soda.
Wow.
That's soda, baby.
Oh, that's more. That's a lot of. Okay. But it's delightful.
Yeah, it's different when it's not like a natty light.
Oh my God.
When it's not active.
I feel like I have cavities. Like I can feel them now.
Dude, I got a whole fridge. I got a whole fridge full of different sodas and flavors.
How often do you see the dentist?
Oh, I don't go.
Yeah, that's probably a problem.
Okay, so going to the only way a dentist makes money is if my teeth are bad. So why would I go to the dentist?
We had this conversation.
Yeah, you
think it's like an MLM?
Yeah, it's a scam for sure.
It's like the Lululemon of teeth. Yeah.
I went to the dentist for the first time 2 years ago, and it was the first time I had gone in like 8 years.
Oh God,
and
it hurts.
And they were like, "So you have one pre-cavity on like your back left molar or whatever."
Right.
And that was it. I haven't been to the dentist in 8 years, and like you have one pre-cavity.
$50.
That was it. That was the whole thing.
Well, I hate the dentist so much. I still have the Invisalign things on my teeth from when I had Invisalign, and I'm too lazy to get it taken off. So no, I just left them on. I don't care.
I thought it was like a retainer. Do you not pop those on and off?
No, I finished, and I just didn't have them taken off because I was too lazy to go back. It was like 2 years ago.
You just have.
I'm gonna die and donate my body to the body farm. It's just gonna be like silicone and Invisalign. You know what I mean?
You're like, yeah, I'm done with my retainers or my braces, but
I had to schedule a follow up and I just didn't. It was like COVID.
I'm just gonna wear braces for the next 45 years.
For sure, yeah.
That's crazy.
It's not noticeable.
No,
but now that I'm mentioning it, you're gonna look.
I'm only staring at your teeth.
Don't do that.
Horrific. You got cigarette teeth.
Yeah, I do. And that's okay.
This is my cigarette.
It's very sweet.
Yeah.
It's so sweet.
You don't have to keep drinking it.
I'm gonna have one more just for good measure.
Did
you ever have orange triaminic in the 90s?
What?
Orange triaminic, like that orange syrup medicine. It was like cough syrup.
No.
That's exactly what it tastes like.
Oh.
Maybe this is medicinal.
Maybe this is actually good for me. And that's why I've been doing this?
I think so.
No, I've thought before. I'm like, you know what? I should use the pod to get a sponsorship.
Right. Yeah.
And then, but every single comedian comes on here and goes like, "This tastes like dog shit. No, thank you." Like, I don't think I'm ever gonna get a sponsorship out of this.
Romano's, I apologize. It's just a little sweet for my liking.
It's my favorite.
I'm a crippling alcoholic. He loves it. Ignore me.
Oh, so good. Do you know in Utah, because I got all the Morms?
Yeah, all the momos.
They have like dry bars everywhere where it is like,
well, they do like dirty soda and stuff like that.
They have soda shops on every street corner down there.
And what is keeping you here when you have that wonderland waiting for you?
The love of real Christ, not their gross fake MLM Christ.
It's what keeps me here too. The Lord and Savior,
yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yep, my boy.
Tomorrow. What are you doing for Easters?
We were going to be throwing a really big party because Thad and Cam wanted to come over, and I have a big water slide, and we were going to erect it, and we were also going to have like we have laser tag at our house because we live in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
So we were going to do laser tag, and then they just one by one started just trickling off. Like, oh, I have family obligation. I was like, we were going to get trashed in my garage, listen to 90s country, and play
laser tag.
We're in our 30s. And use laser tag and a water slide. Are you kidding me right now? That sounds like the Great Wolf Lodge. Well, with Marlboro Miles.
If everyone cancels on you, you're more than welcome to come to church.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But yeah, that'll be my second option.
Yeah.
It definitely wouldn't be drinking alone in my garage.
With your weird piles of cat litter.
It absorbs.
I've been to your house one time. Have I been twice? I think just one time. And that's the one thing I remember is that there's a pile of cat litter so that you can spit and put out cigarettes into it. I'm like, how did I end up here?
Smart minds.
How did I end up with these people? How are these my friends?
Chris is a trained special forces engineer, and that was his idea. And I was like, I'm never going to argue with this about this. Done.
Smart guy.
He's a genius.
Smarty pants. Do you like him?
My husband?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fond.
Okay. I don't know.
No, I adore him.
Okay.
He's like the greatest human ever.
I don't know. Maybe you're getting sick of it.
No, 19 years. Almost, it'll be 20 this year.
When? Because he retired 2 years ago?
Yeah.
And I'm like...
No, I love him.
He's around all the time. Maybe we're like, oh man, I miss you being gone.
I don't miss him being gone. It's a little weird working with him.
Sure.
It is, because like...
You went from not seeing him to, not only are you home, but now we also work together.
Right.
That's a lot.
But I love it. It's super fun. Yeah. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
When's he gonna, he's doing the, like, I'm out of the military, so I have long hair and a beard.
He shaved it all off.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he's back to baby boy Chris?
He did 1 year. So he let his hair grow for 1 year, his beard grow for 1 year.
Oh my God, that was 1 year?
Met in the middle. Yeah, that was 1 year.
Dude, I could not...
It looked like a turkey fucking his face.
This is about 7 years of effort. Get this facial hair.
I could probably grow that in 2 weeks.
100%. You definitely have more testosterone than I do.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last time I saw Chris, I said I could beat you up. And he was like,
that's so cute.
He was like, what are you talking about?
But also very random. Like, why did you just want to put that out there?
I just wanted him to know. I think there was a threat.
Oh, you were putting him on notice.
There was a threat put out there, and so I responded. But I was like...
He's 6'5".
Yeah, but I was like...
Retired Green Beret.
I just have to hit your knees one time. And he's like, oh, actually, great point. He's like, 100%. I take back everything I said. If you touch my knees, I'll shatter.
That is very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
He's been jumping out of airplanes for 20 years
or whatever. His knees, his back, his shoulders. Yeah, he burned in on a jump one time. His parachute,
burned in?
It didn't fully inflate, so he cigarette rolled it. So it's like when you're a parachute, it doesn't fully inflate. You don't have to, you should pull your reserve, but he didn't because there was like enough of it inflated, but he also weighed too much for the parachute's max capacity. Okay. So he burned in. He just like straight down, like something out of like an Acme. You know what I mean? And just right on his shoulder. Shoulder surgery.
I feel like there's some probably Army thing where it's like, yeah, you could pull your reserve, but that's gay.
Yeah, how gay would that be?
To pull your reserve?
I want to live? Come on.
What am I, homo? There's a lot of weird stuff like that. Like, that doesn't
absolutely. What am I, homo? No.
I'm not going to do that.
I'm going to ride this into the dirt.
I was talking to another dad recently because I have a 3-year-old daughter. And I was talking about, like, I mean, yeah, she can paint my nails. She can wear makeup, whatever. And it was like, that's gay. That's a gay thing to have your nails painted and your makeup done.
I feel like every person surrounding you that's not comedy based would tell you that.
Yeah.
And everyone comedy based would be like, who cares? Who cares?
Yeah.
That's not what makes you gay.
I need. Are
you doing it with a dick in your mouth? And are you enjoying it?
It'd be weird if my 3-year-old was.
I don't know your lifestyle.
We're a very progressive household.
This is going off the rails.
This is going pretty good. We haven't even gotten to the special drinks yet.
I'm so sorry. It's so painfully sweet. It's delicious.
You don't have to drink it.
Yeah, it's all you.
No one drinks the sodas. Everyone takes one sip and says no thank you, and then you should fill the sodas with like Coors Banquet. You know what I mean? No.
So then they would believe that people were enjoying it.
It defeats the heart of the show, and I'm not going to lie to my listeners.
Oh, listeners plural.
Shut up.
There's an S on that.
My wife.
My mom.
Yes. Thank you, Linda.
Shout out, Linda.
I've done it on too many episodes now, but I do go through name by name and say thank you. Like their Patreon.
We did that on the Patreon because we actually had 2 Patreon subscribers. Which was it insane. It was
Thad and
no, it was Gary and Jen Coleman.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. because we would always make fun of them.
Yes.
And we said that at one point they had like started some kind of like war atrocity in the Middle
East.
I remember they
appreciated
appreciated that for some reason.
When Johnny was on here, I was bullying him, which I don't get to do a lot. Normally he's the alpha, but here I'm my household. I'm the alpha.
Right.
But I was bullying him about the name because it was the podcast.
Hate everything.
It was the Hate Everything podcast, but the initials were THE podcast. I'm like, oh, that's the worst name you could come up with. Because people are going to Google the podcast. They'll never find you. And he's like, no, but if we did blow up, then we'd be the
podcast.
Like, but you'll never blow up in the first place. Anyways,
I think we had 5 episodes, and then we both called it quits.
I listened to every episode.
I thought it was
fun. I did notice that Thad and Cameron stole your thing.
Because
it's like, what if we did a podcast with one bisexual and one biracial?
I mean, but everyone's bisexual in Colorado, so that's
no. It's every comic is bisexual. I was talking to someone recently, someone from Denver, and I'm like, bi is a lie. There's no such thing. Because you don't have to prove it. You can just say, I'm bi, and now you get to be on all the queer showcases.
Right.
If you're saying it, I want to see it. You better be kissing boys before shows. You can't just name it and claim it. You have to prove it.
Russell, there's free porn. It's everywhere. You do not have to bully your friends into fucking in front of you.
They have to show me. It's the only way. I need to know.
And I'm the gatekeeper?
I need to know if there's diversity on this lineup or not. So you have to prove it. You have to show me. Oh, yeah, you're bi? Kiss me on the lips right now, and I'll put you up. I need diversity on my lineups.
Are you lonely? A little
bit. You did before we started recording. My wife was just telling you about how I can only give her handshakes.
Yeah.
It's very professional to be like, I love you.
Right. Absolutely. Hey, what's for dinner?
I'm sorry I hit you. Yeah. My bad.
In your defense, you left yourself wide open.
In my defense, you shouldn't have made me do it.
Right.
I like a good, firm handshake. Web
I like
to
a good
web.
handshake too. Yeah, web to web. And really get it. I don't like this. You know how some, and I hate to call
enchanté.
It's usually women. They do this thing, and I'm like, no, give me that. Give me that.
Yeah. Like I'm holding a pistol.
Yeah.
Web to web.
Yeah.
When I worked at Focus on the Family,
your segues are so crazy because it's like, okay, firm handshakes.
When I worked at Focus
on the Family,
my boss was like, was teaching me how to shake hands.
Yeah.
Better. She's like, you shake hands like a gay.
Like a gay.
I
also, felt bad for saying women, and now you're just calling out.
I'm not saying. That's what my boss told me. Also, I would stand, because I would give tours, and I would stand like this. Like one hand on the hip.
I did think you were gay the first time I met you.
Yeah, and I would do a lot of this. And she's like, we can't have the guests coming here think that we've hired a homosexual. So she like made me, like, she would like make me practice. And she's like, hand off the hip, broad shoulders.
Hand off the hip, broad shoulders, dick out.
Pull those balls out. Show everyone we mean business. But yeah, she would make me practice shaking hands. So I shook hands like a man.
Huh.
Yeah. So not as bad as everyone seems.
But yeah, I did think you were gay the first time I met you. And I was like, oh, hallelujah. You know, because at the time, we didn't have any gay dudes.
No.
So I was like, thank God.
No, I'm just...
No, just so straight.
I'm just confident.
Yeah.
In my sexuality and masculinity.
I will say this for your straightness. You guys can't see this, but there is a bed in this room.
There's film and lighting equipment, and also a bed.
This might be a snuff film. So that goes in the straight category.
That gay people don't do snuff? Okay. I'll have to look into that. I gotta do some research. Live Leak is calling my name. When did we first meet that you thought I was gay?
I mean, it had to have been when you first started. We started around the same time. I think you started before me, but you were working at Comedy Works. So the first time I really met you, I think I'd been doing it for just a couple months.
No,
like 5 years ago.
I did I did work at Comedy Works, but I wasn't doing comedy when I was working there.
Oh, I thought you were.
No, I was just like, I didn't know working at a comedy club was a thing you could do.
Well, yeah, so I think it had to have been like 5 years ago. 4 or 5, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just like, do you know specifically? Because
No
I can't
idea.
think.
I just remember, I think I met you in passing. And someone introduced us. And I was like, yes.
Little gay boy.
Little gay boy. My little gay boy. We're going to have so much fun. And then married and so incredibly homophobic.
But that's fun.
It's a hoot.
That's a fun little thing.
Hey, between you and Johnny, yeah. Forget self-loathing. Just hang out with you guys for 20 minutes.
Really put you back in your place.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Just contemplate that suicide.
Am I in the same category as him? Are we in the same echelon of bad guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
For sure.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Wow. I've really let you guys drag me down into the mud.
You love it. You love it.
No.
You want to be Johnny.
I'm good.
Who doesn't want to be Johnny?
Again,
it's not a bad gig.
I think a lot of people I talk to in Denver, a lot of people I talk to in Denver don't want to be Johnny.
I really want to know what people were talking about me offline.
No, that was a joke. No one talks about.
God damn it! I wanted some juicy goss.
I don't think people know who you are.
No, that's fair.
Or care.
No, I totally get that. Me neither. Fuck. Kelly Pellet.
Kelly. Oh, okay.
It's like if the club doesn't even know my name, why should anyone else?
It is like your last name is Kellett.
Mm-hmm.
My last name's Keller.
Yep. Would have sat next to each other in math class.
Yeah.
100%.
I feel like there was a show that we did recently where someone brought me up as Russell Kellett or someone brought you up as Tracy Kellett.
I think they did both, and I'm trying to remember which show it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, 100%. I'm just over it. They always mess up my name.
Yeah.
I mean, they messed it up at Looney's. They haven't done it since, but everywhere I go, I'm Tracy Kellett. I'm Kelly Kellett.
Oh, Kellett.
I'm a
Kellett's
famous French
fun.
designer. I own a chateau in the mountains.
A foyer.
Yeah, I have a foyer. I don't even know any other fancy words. I have a duvet.
Okay.
I think that's something to do with the
Armoire.
bed. I can't say that word. There are too many R's in that.
Armoire?
That and like reservoir.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have one of those.
Reservoir?
I have one of those too.
Okay.
At my chateau.
Do you say... I got to a big fight with my wife. Big blowout fight.
Is this actually a podcast or is this like cheap therapy for you? Because you're covering all like the marital bases.
Is it foyer or
Tracy,
foyer?
do you like your husband?
Because
no,
I'm
I fucking hate
struggling
him.
in my relationship. I was waiting for you to ask me back, and you never did, which was rude as hell.
I'm so sorry. I thought you were interviewing me, but yes, absolutely. So you're struggling in your relationship.
Yeah, because I say foyer and she says foyer.
I said foyer. Where'd she grow up?
Trash. Falcon. She grew up in Falcon.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Trash.
Trash.
Poor. I didn't realize when we were like dating. My dad owned his own business, was very successful. And I went to private Christian school, so everyone else was like in the echelon I was in. So it was like very sheltered, very bubble.
Yeah.
And then I was dating my wife, and I just didn't get like where they were at.
Right.
And at one point they someone dropped off groceries for them.
Okay.
Like someone donated groceries to them.
Got it.
And I was like, what?
What?
Like, yeah, someone donated groceries for us. I'm like, no, you donate groceries to like poor people.
And you just had no idea.
And just like it didn't click. At one point, they mentioned they had an electronic drum set downstairs. I'm like, none of you play the drums. And like, oh yeah, someone donated it to us. I was like, well, what do you mean donate to you? Like someone's letting you borrow it?
You are.
Wow. It did not click.
Right. It took that many.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Right.
We're coming from different.
Right.
There was like on Christmas movies where they show like, oh, the Christmas tree, and there's a bike that's wrapped up, but you can clearly tell it's a bike.
Right.
And like all the presents. We were watching a Christmas movie, and it was like my in-laws and me, and they were like, no, I've never seen a Christmas tree look like that. That's so ridiculous. No Christmas tree ever looks like that.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you guys talking about? My Christmas tree looked like that every single year.
Russell.
What are you talking about?
God, I have more in common with your wife. I am white trash.
Yeah.
Like I grew up crabbing on the Chesapeake Bay. And like there's like a thing where like now like people eat crabs, obviously. It's like it's very expensive and you know, That's what rich people eat. Go to the Red Lobster even. But like growing up and you have to like go crabbing and have like a bushel of crabs, you can ration it for a week because that's the meat that you're dining on every night. That's so different. You know what I mean? Just like that difference of like wealth versus just poor white trash.
Lobster was slave food. Do you know that?
I love the fun facts.
That's just history. That's just a fun history fact. Lobster was slave food.
There you go. Yeah. Because there's an abundance.
You have more in common.
Don't do this.
Okay. Stop right there.
And that is going to be the end of the Bubble Boy podcast.
No, there's not enough people who listen to it to get in trouble yet.
Got it. Okay. Well, people can always go back.
No one's going back.
And no one's
I promise.
You know who all said that? Shane Gillis.
Hey, if I can...
No one's going through my Twitter feed from 2012.
If only. Yeah, that's pretty fun. I haven't done any... I keep trying to get guests to do racist voices. I'm not going to do it. I keep asking people, what is the accent furthest away from white that you think you can do well enough to not get in trouble for? You don't have to do the voice, but if you had to think of one.
Here's the thing, I'm not going to do the voice, but I am like formulating it in my head, and I almost hate myself for doing it.
I could do Jamaican. Everything gonna be Irish.
Trinidad Tobago, I got you.
I could do like a cool Haitian witch. I've been practicing. I went on a mission trip once.
It's how I sing all my songs in the shower. It's in this very deep Haitian accent. It's therapeutic. Self-care is important.
I'm saying all the words. Speaking of saying all the words.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was like, where is this going?
I was going to put something on you, and then I backed off.
Oh, what were you going to do?
I don't know. Like, sometimes with Mike, I'll be like, oh, if we're in a group of people, I'm like, Mike does a great impression of whatever, which he does not.
Okay.
But I like putting improv on someone.
And have him do it, and then he does it, of course.
Oh, no, he gets very upset about it.
Oh, got it.
But I was going to bring up, like, do you want to bring up the allegations about you saying it? I was going to do, like, put something on you.
Thank you so much for not.
Yeah, and I'm like, you know what? That's not.
I feel like there's enough drama right now.
Is there hot drama in the scene?
There's drama, not really. It's like in two scenes. It's like a watershed or like an estuary where the waters are meeting and there's drama.
Estuary, that's another good fancy
thing. It's a great word. Yeah, I have it at my chateau.
Okay, this is going to be a
with
running bit.
Foyer.
Every time you come up with a new word, you're going to have to go back and
I almost just said marmalade. Like it was fancy.
Oh, that is fancy.
What is marmalade?
Lady Marmalade.
Yeah, I think it's a Christina Aguilera thing.
What is that movie?
Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge.
I have that.
My parents.
I'm sorry, I'm done. No, I'm not.
My parents would always listen to the Moulin Rouge soundtrack.
I thought your parents were like, no offense, Linda, but I thought they were like not that cool. Moulin Rouge seems a little edgy.
Very edgy.
For Linda.
Linda
loved it?
I always felt like my parents were listening to Moulin Rouge, the soundtrack, but I'm like, was it my dad or was it my mom? Like, was one of them listening to it?
I kind of want to know if it was your dad putting it on, because that would explain a lot too.
My dad was just constantly.
This circles back to you needing to learn how to handshake. Maybe your dad.
Oh no.
I know this is therapy, and I'm not trying to give you too big of a revelation for you to chew on.
Oh, Tom, no.
But Tom?
Well, he would constantly have on, I think it was a VHS we had. It was a Peter Gabriel live in concert. That was on constantly. Is Peter Gabriel a straight thing?
I really just need to hang out with your dad, I think, for like 5 minutes.
Just get a read on him.
Yeah, have him send me a meetup. He'll probably be like, hey, the new Club Q is opening at the Satellite Hotel. You want to meet up there? I'd be like, say no more.
Is it opening in the Satellite Hotel?
It is opening in the Satellite, yeah.
My uncle used to live in the Satellite Hotel.
Well?
He might be gay. That's fun.
I think, yeah, let's just go down the line of all the people that are lives that might be gay.
Oh, no.
I can't say names. Because I would definitely... I've already gotten kicked out of my family by like 5 people.
There's...
Me, definitely me. You're... Tom.
Tom.
Oh,
no, Tom.
Violet.
My daughter? Don't you put that... Dude, there's... Lydia, well, I'll be like, we'll joke, not joke, but like talk to her about, and she's like, and, one day when you grow up and a boy's going to be nice to you, and my wife's like, or girl, I'm like, you knock it off right now. You don't put that on her.
You're
don't
right.
you dare.
Supportive parenting, nurturing, gentle parenting is not the way to go. You know
not
what I mean?
At all.
No.
Hard lines
Absolutely.
in the sand.
Yeah. Don't take care of your kids. Don't cradle them. Don't nurture. Put them on the path.
Yeah. And that's one thing that always makes kids straight. Is being very militaristic about how straight they have to be.
Absolutely. And they never rebel.
No.
I'm going to call you in 15 years. And be like, show me the picture of your daughter with her head shaved, wearing, like pleather play shit.
Pleather?
Not leather.
Pleather.
Because we take care of the animals around here.
Oh, I thought you were saying we're poor and we can't afford the good stuff.
No, you've already established that you hate poor people.
Disgusting. No, I'm poor. I had to learn how to be poor. Because, like...
You're new poor.
New poor. Because my parents would just anything that happens with the car, you take the car to the shop. And they just figure it out. Like,
wow.
Even like
do you know how to change oil? Now
I do.
Good.
But that was a tough thing when we first got married. And she was like, well, we have to change our oil. I'm like, great, let's take it somewhere. And she's like, it's like $80 to get your oil changed. I'm like, well, how else are you supposed to do it? She's like, you can do it. I'm like, what am I, a genius?
And again,
what are you talking about?
If Tom had been there.
Yeah. There was one time my father-in-law was teaching me like how to change oil. It's like, oh, can you show me how to throw a baseball and talk to girls? Can you help me?
Aww. Do you know how to throw a baseball, Russell?
Yeah, I'm great.
I didn't know. I honestly didn't know. It could have gone one of two ways.
When I played Little League baseball, they put me in right field.
That's not a compliment, right?
Because my arm was so strong, they knew he could throw all the way in.
Oh, Russell, you don't know?
That's why they put me in right field. And there's no other reason that they would put me in right field. It's just that I had a cannon. I had a cannon.
A cannon.
That's it.
So we're going to live in this denial together? Okay.
What denial of what? Of how... Sure. What an absolute...
I need Linda to show me a picture of you in your Little League uniform picking clovers in right field. Because I know for a fact that that's what was happening.
Dude.
Oh, Russell the Rocket.
That's what they were calling me.
Yeah.
No, we were talking about that TikTok before we started recording. That's
the softball
paying
one.
$500 a month to watch my daughter strike out.
Right.
That clicked in me. I'm like, how much money did my parents pay to watch me miss every ball that went over my head in the outfield? Because I was like,
wait, so you weren't good?
No.
Okay.
I would put like my glove on my face and like be Darth Vader. Like just date, and then a ball right over my head. I'm like, oh shit! I was supposed to be playing baseball. My dad I don't remember this. But my dad told me there was one time like I like fully left the field. It was like a baseball field, but it wasn't like an enclosed
and you were
thing.
Just done, so you just walked away.
So there was like trees, and I was just like trying to climb trees, and then a ball got hit to like right field.
But they were like, hey, Russell's got it. He's got that arm on him, no matter how far that ball.
He's got a cannon.
He's hitting the cutoff man for sure.
Yeah, no, I was bad.
I was the catcher because I've been this size since I was 7.
Uh-huh.
So I was just like the bully,
yeah.
And people would like try to like just bulldoze me. And again, I've been this big since I
was
a little
stocky
girl.
woman.
I'm a stocky.
You're a handsome woman.
I'm a girthy, stocky, handsome woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could carry a plow. I'm handy.
Yeah.
And I would fuck them up.
You'd be a great farm hand wife.
I would be an awesome farmer. Well, my ex was a farmer.
Really?
Yeah. He had a bunch of land in Verona, Virginia. So I've done the farm thing a little bit. Wow. And that was not for me. No, sir. No, sirree.
You were an officer of the law. Or excuse me, you were
What?
You were an office manager for lawyers.
Yeah, I was
That's
an office manager at a law firm.
Yeah. Would you rather do that?
But I would go with, let's go with officer of the law.
Office manager of a law firm. Would you rather do that or plow or till the fields?
Till the fields.
Yeah.
100% till the fields.
Yeah.
Till the fields.
You wouldn't go back?
From sun up to sundown, I would never go back, ever. It was awful. It was the worst thing in the world. It's so crazy. I saw like a survey and it was like the people that drink the most, and it was like military, nurses, paralegals. It's so random. It's like saying like notary public. You know what I mean? Like that's like a random, but it's so true. It's just like a lot of work and just like a lot of absorbing people just being mad at you for no reason, and then taking on like I'm an empath, so it was family law. So people going through like the worst moments of their lives, losing their kids, like all this family turmoil, and I'm just supposed to like be like, you have to pay your bill. I'm sorry that your house is going into foreclosure and you're not going to see your daughter for 12 years. You owe us $13,000. Bye. Like
both of those are happening at the same time.
All of those are happening at the same time. Okay. All of them. Yeah. So I just couldn't do it. But I did it for 12 years. So.
Well, just at one place or like different law firms?
That one place.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that one place sucked.
I'm pretty sure.
You think it's every?
I also did it a little bit in high school. I was like a receptionist for a criminal defense lawyer, and one time Johnny Cochran called.
Whoa.
I'm aging myself right now. But Johnny Cochran called, and I thought it was a prank call. So I was like, yeah, for sure, fucking Johnny Cochran. Like if it doesn't fit, quit or whatever. And I hung up, and then the lawyer like ran down, and he was like,
if it doesn't fit, you better spit. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Ew, I'll cheers you, but I'm not gonna drink that shit. And he like my boss like ran downstairs and was like, was that Johnny? And I was like, oh. When he was like, I'll grab it next time. I was like, oh, fuck.
Wild.
It's like, there's no way Johnny Cochran is calling here. Now that guy is like a judge in Prince George's County.
Do you have any good like hookups?
None. Nope. Well, a couple. We can talk offline.
If your son lost an arm tilling the fields.
I have like one of every genre.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You got pop punk.
Right. I've got emo. I've got pop punk. I've got bluegrass. I've got sea shanty.
Viking.
Yeah.
Do you ever get those TikToks of the...
No, I am so scared of your TikTok algorithm. Like, oh my God, it was so funny. John Brown wrote me the other day because I sent him like ridiculous TikToks because I'm like Thomas the Tank Engine with Ludacris's face on it.
Sure.
He's like, boom, bitch, get whatever the fuck it is. And he's like, how come I only get like Karens and people screaming at each other? And I was like, sir, you are in control of your own algorithm.
You fully determine what's on there.
I just get titties, dicks.
TikTok thinks I'm gay.
Yes.
Keep sending me Moulin Rouge and Peter Gabriel. What the hell?
God damn it, Tom.
No, I feel like a lot of what I send you is like, this has 7 views.
And it's horrifying.
How it came onto my feed, I have no idea.
Well, it always scares me too because I'm afraid that like the stuff that you send me is gonna mess up mine. And I'm on like French onion soup, lesbian, Thomas the Tank Engine TikTok.
No. What if you have a disabled guy who's punching rocks?
I just can't do it.
What if that's pretty cool?
It's gonna blow. I'm gonna start getting Moulin Rouge. Stop sending them to me.
That's my vices are not smoking, drinking, loose sex. Like real tight.
I like it tight.
I like
it high and tight.
I like it high and tight. I like soda pop, and I like watching.
You're so ridiculous.
Disabled, a lot of disabled. Sometimes a death video is kind of funny.
I can't do the death videos either. I think that was the other thing with me and Johnny is he really wanted to show me death videos. One. And he's just like, ho, ho, ho. Dude. By the way, that was me doing my black impression. That's Johnny.
You can just, if it's not black, you're saying, no, I'm doing Johnny.
I'm doing Johnny specifically.
Right.
And he's just like just
you're like, no, this is a blackface. This is Shaq.
And I'm like,
I'm doing Shaq. That's fine.
Right. But I'd be like watching it like about to vomit. Like,
yeah. He showed me one. We did a show at a fundraiser.
Was it the high school thing?
No, it was not the high school thing.
Got it.
It was for like saving pets. Like a pet fundraiser. It was very because
you two are like the first ones I would have gone to for that too. Absolutely, right. A guy who hates animals and a guy without animals.
But it was like the fundraiser was for old people who are about to die. Like where
hospice?
I don't like if you're 85 and you're gonna die. Where does your dog go when you die? So their whole nonprofit is like figuring out.
It just keeps getting sadder and sadder as you unravel this fruit roll up.
I thought when you're 80, if you have a dog, you're 85 and you die. I thought your dog just also died. Your dog, like you die, your dog's just in your house. It eats your body for a couple days, and then your dog also dies. Oh, is that how it works?
I don't think dogs eat the bodies. I think it's cats.
But the dog still dies. But no, this is a whole...
I mean, the dog presumably could starve to death.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we're really getting into the nitty-gritty.
We want to get into the specifics.
Wouldn't you think that, like, why... I mean, I don't want to cut you off here, but wouldn't you think it would be like any other thing that person owned, that, like, their relatives would come in and take over? But your natural assumption was that it was just, like, 2 players off the map?
I thought it was like a pharaoh. Like, when you die, they also slaughter your calves and concubines, and they bury them with you. So you're just dead in your apartment. Also, your dog dies in your apartment. Not the point. I didn't realize there's a whole nonprofit dedicated to planning for that inevitability, which was nuts.
Again, the saddest nonprofit I've ever heard of.
Right after the nonprofit, Johnny was like, I have to show you this video. And it's a cop. It's a cop walking down. They arrested someone and put them in the cop car. Okay. And the cop is walking down the street, and it's his body cam footage. And an acorn, you can see it in his body cam footage. I saw the video. An acorn drops and hits the roof of the cop car.
And he thought it was a gunshot.
So he goes, gunshot. He dives to the ground, hits the ground, knocks the wind out of himself, and then just unloads an entire magazine into the car and shoots the handcuffed person in the car. And he goes, I've been hit. But he just knocked the wind out of himself. And he's like, I've been shot. Yeah. And he then the other cop is like, oh, there's a gunshot. So they just start shooting into the car.
Jesus Christ.
It's like an acorn. It can't be that loud. Right. It can't be so loud that you thought it was a gunshot.
I'm going to go outside this window after this, and I'm going to throw an acorn and see what happens.
I'm just going to shoot you 18 times.
We'll see how right-wing you truly are.
I used to, like...
Do you own guns?
I own a gun.
I own guns, too. So.
When when me and my wife were first married, I wasn't used to her, like, a person being in my bed. Right. And I was very jumpy. And she would wake me up every morning like, sweetie, hi, good morning. And I would like, whoa. I like almost hit her a bunch of times. Russell. Because I just thought someone was like in my house. PTSD? I don't know if
this is therapy right now. We're going to do some guided meditation. I need you to ground yourself.
But I do the same thing. Like, if there's a creak in the night, dogs will bark, I jump up, I grab gun, and I go, like, clear the house.
You are the last person I would ever want to know had a gun. As you're describing this reaction.
I'm real jumpy.
Wow.
But I have to protect my wife and daughter, okay? Second of all, boy, do I want to take a life. How fun. How fun. How thrilling. Can you imagine? To be God for a moment?
That's the closest to God that you'll get is taking a life?
Yeah.
It wasn't like the beautiful, miraculous birth of your daughter.
I didn't get to do that. She gets to create life. I get to take it. This is the yin and yang. Men and women.
God. This is awesome. Yeah, for sure. No, I never really thought of it like that, I guess. Having been in the military and things, I never thought that taking a life sounded fun. But now that you're saying it and describing it to me in such thrilling detail.
I have such a way with words. Foyer, armoire, take a life. When you paint it in a poetic way.
I kind of was thinking about going to Elitch Gardens next weekend, but now I'm thinking...
What if?
Maybe murder spree.
What if I go antagonize a homeless man?
Self-defense, ultimately.
You can't prove that it wasn't. You can take his
word
or mine.
I'm never letting you on Tejon, my brother. I am never... You're not allowed out of this house from now on.
All right, cheers.
Cheers. I really want to like it, and I apologize. It's just...
You don't have to keep apologizing.
It tastes like Triaminic. And no caffeine? You don't do caffeine either?
No, I do caffeine.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like another weird rule of yours.
No. This is it just happens to be non-caffeinated.
Oh, God, I feel
Stop drinking it.
No, it's so good for the...
Stop drinking it then.
It's really loosening up the phlegm in the lungs.
So acidic.
It's oh my God.
Do you want me to? I can go get a bottle opener.
If you don't mind,
crack these open.
We can crack them open.
Okay, you can either sit in silence.
Okay.
Or you can vamp for 3 minutes, and I'll just find out what you said when I'm editing the podcast.
We'll see what happens.
It's just gonna be you
doing. But you are cutting this out, right?
We'll find out.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, if it's dead silence, yes, I will cut it out. If you vamp for 3 minutes and you're doing Johnny voice for 3 minutes.
What would it be, Bap? Should it be Scat Daddy?
What was that?
That's his scat voice.
Oh, okay.
You never seen him scat?
I'm just gonna do black voice and be like, no, that's Scat Man. It's cool if it's no, I'm just a scat guy. That's a different thing.
We're getting canceled. We're getting canceled.
It's a different thing.
I do have to check the Orioles score.
Okay, you check the Orioles score. I will get. Okay, quick intermission.
13-4. God damn. God damn. Don't worry, Russell's 2 listeners. The Orioles won today, 13-4. Magical.
How's the score?
13-4. We won. I let your listeners know.
Oh, you gave everyone an update?
I have to leave in like 10 minutes.
I know.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's
okay,
fine.
I'm so sorry.
No, you got work to do.
Okay.
See, look.
Let's poppy toppy. And we're back.
We're back.
All right. I'm honestly surprised that you have a bottle opener.
See, why is that? Why?
Because you don't drink. You're not fun at all.
Okay.
You are like the least fun person I've ever met in my life.
I'm not the first person who's told me that.
Just real stagnant. You know what I mean?
Oh my god. See, I don't know how these work. There we go.
Yeah. Let's have a little.
No, even if I'm not drinking beers, you still need a bottle opener.
Mm. Oh, the ginger's okay. The ginger's okay. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try the cranberry pomegranate.
Cheers to your 2 sips. Oh, okay, it's gonna give me the sour. Toots.
Oh, on pod. That'll be fun.
All the toots.
We can clip all them.
Well, we used to have the burp counter. I'm a very gassy girl. It's a lot of gas.
Oh, good. That's the name of the episode.
That'll
get clicks.
I'm also sweating.
That'll get clicks.
Just tits and pits. You know what I mean? That's the name of my first special. Tits and pits. What's wrong with me? Were you there at the Gateway show when I got the audience to chant "Don't cry, don't queef"?
No.
It happened.
I don't go to Gateway shows.
It was probably the pinnacle of my career. It'll never be as good.
Sure.
And it's over now. So I don't even know why you have me on. I'm washed up.
Don't queef, don't queef.
Don't cry, don't queef.
Don't cry, don't queef.
That's a room of 100 people chanting that is magical. Changed my life.
Is that where you peaked?
Mm-hmm.
You can't think of another one?
No, that's it.
Okay.
It's done. Yeah. So now I'm just...
What's my peak?
The beef.
Oh, the one thing. Yeah, I guess that is.
You telling that girl she looked like her stripper name was Beef it sits in the cockles of my heart. It is the funniest moment, and it was so pure and unfiltered and clearly off the cuff, and you clearly were running out of things to say. Backs were against walls, my friend, and you pulled it out, and it was so goddamn funny. It was the funny, it still just will make me randomly laugh. It was just but it was so true. It was so fitting. I think that's the thing, was that if only you guys could have seen.
Don't
describe her.
In excruciating detail.
Don't do it, my friend.
I had a cell phone clip of it from someone else's perspective, but Brian kept yelling the N-word the entire time, so I couldn't post
fair.
the clip anywhere.
Right. I mean, you could bleep it out, couldn't you?
Maybe.
But then it was probably talking over
fun.
you. Yeah.
It's not as fun.
I get that.
I don't see why I can't post that on TikTok.
Me neither. The side of TikTok you're on is really going to respond.
It's not like I'm saying it.
I'm just saying. That's your algorithm. Are you okay? Or is your marriage in shambles?
No.
Is your life in shambles?
I got a TikTok of a woman in blackface, like she was like at a grocery store, just like shopping. I saw that one,
yeah.
In blackface.
I think you sent that one to me, actually.
Oh, did I?
Like in hindsight, yeah.
It looked like it wasn't even like good.
It's never good.
It was very like thrown on.
Oh, you're saying the artistry was gone?
Yes.
The effort.
There was no heart behind it. If you're gonna do it, have some passion for it.
If you're gonna do anything, you gotta do it right.
Don't phone in blackface. That's the worst of both worlds. If you're gonna commit, you gotta fully commit.
Yeah.
Agree with me on camera. Thank you.
Oof.
I'm not gonna be able to clip a lot of these for Instagram.
Nope.
Let's get a lot of me. What if I took a life and go full hog with blackface?
Full hog.
Is that the saying? Whole hog.
Look, I'm not going to tell you what that usually means. I just want you to keep going with it. Just full hog.
Just full hog. All hog.
You're going all hog, just like Tom.
No, stop it. You leave him out of this.
I love you, Tom.
You don't know Tom.
Sure,
Tom would hate you.
He would hate you at everything you stand for.
He likes nothing about you.
He likes nothing about you except for your love for Moulin Rouge. That sugar is really hitting me.
Little Shookie's getting to you.
We have a case of the giggles off of Romano's Italian soda. I can't.
See, this is better than drugs.
I can't live like this.
You don't need a marijuana cigarette.
You know, I don't like smoking weed.
You need a little Romano's.
A little Romano's. It's so much sugar. Romano's. I've been watching The Sopranos.
Yeah?
And I will say this. I know it's supposed to be like a very dark drama.
Sure.
But it's a comedy, right?
Yeah.
Like, people know that.
It's supposed to be semi-silly.
Okay, because I went into it not knowing that it was going to be the funniest comedy show I'd ever watched in my life. And there's this one scene where one of the guys was asking if one of the drug dealers was like a terrorist. And he was like, I don't know, man. He sends all his money back to his family in like Pakistan or Syria or whatever. No, he seems like a stand-up guy. Plus, he owns a Springer Spaniel. And they were like, oh, yeah, for sure, not a terrorist. And I was like, this is the funniest dialogue. Can we just agree that this is the funniest thing that anyone has ever said on TV? That's hilarious. A Springer Spaniel? Not a terrorist.
I've watched a couple seasons of Sopranos, I think exclusively off TikTok. Where it's part 87.
Yes.
I'm just watching 30-second increments of The Sopranos, but I've watched so much of The Sopranos.
That's how I saw My Sister's Keeper. Was on TikTok. It's like a 4-hour movie. It was like, next movie, boy. Next scene.
I recently rewatched Tombstone on TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
Tombstone.
Be your Huckleberry.
Dude, my parents, very conservative Christian parents. Again, but there's so much home video footage of me and my brother at like 3, 4, 5 years old watching Tombstone.
That surprises me.
Just like, there's prostitutes, there's gunshots, there's swearing. We just watched so much Tombstone, but there's also a point where my parents made us throw away all of our Pokemon cards because they were like too demonic. Like, pick a lane.
Look, I have to tell you,
pick a lane, guys.
My upbringing is so different from this. I just cannot wrap my mind around it. I can't wrap my mind around like how like Pokemon can be demonic, but like Tombstone is fine. Even Moulin Rouge, it's a burlesque club. It's a strip club. It's a fancy strip club, right outside my chateau with the foyer.
Okay, we're back.
And the reservoir.
Reservoir. You're really chewing on those R's.
I can't do them.
Has that always been the case?
Yeah, I have a speech impediment.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Saying my R's is very hard.
Do it right now.
I have a lazy tongue. So that's why my name growing up was Tracy Darby. So I would introduce myself as Tracy Dobby. Very embarrassing.
What's Tracy Darby?
It was my name. Before I got married.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot you could do that.
I forgot women had choices. Even back in the 1800s when Tracy got hitched.
I thought it was like a reference to something.
No, my maiden name is Darby.
Oh, why would I know that?
I don't know. I thought you would put 2 and 2 together. It's a very basic concept.
It really went right over my head.
Like, who is that bitch? Are you in the witness protection program?
Is that why your name's Tracy on Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Tracy.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And my license plate says Tracy.
Woman. Bisexual. Disabled. I was going to say a different word.
Disabled?
Yeah. You have a speech impediment.
I don't know that's okay. Sure. Why am I not getting booked more?
You told me once, you're like, I cancel on like 50 shows.
I don't cancel. I just don't do that.
You reject shows constantly.
This is going to sound awful. It's Tegan's senior year in high school. He has so much going on. Kodiak is 14. He's in track. He's in basketball. He has after school stuff that he does. So for me, it's like, if you want me to come and do a show and you're not telling me even how much time I'm doing, or you're saying it's a tip jar, that's time away from my kids. So it's a cost benefit analysis. Even on Sundays, I don't do things on Sunday unless it's a certain amount of money. And it's not like a cockiness thing. I don't think I'm that good. It's just for me, that's how much it's going to cost me to be away from my family. So a bar show in Denver on a Tuesday, probably not going to happen. Probably not going to happen.
We were supposed to go drive to Eagle, Colorado together.
Yep.
A 3-hour drive there and a 3-hour drive back.
I will say this. I've been sick for like 2 months. It's been awful.
Oh, you're still...
I'm still fighting it. I still have doctor's appointments. Yeah.
But you had to cancel because you were sick.
Right.
And I kind of really appreciated it.
I honestly wish we could be more honest with each other about that. I wish you had written like, thank God. Because I felt like an asshole.
I think I told you, like, don't worry about it. It's not your fault that you're sick.
Well, yeah, but also you being like, and also I didn't want to do it. That would have made me feel so much better.
I wanted to hang out with you. Mm-hmm. And that was like, oh.
I want to do the pod in the car.
I want to do the show. Johnny. Yeah, I wanted to drive up, and names will not be named, but whoever produced the show is specifically like, you have to bring a woman.
Right.
Or you can't do the show.
I'm glad that I'm your number one gal.
So that was like, okay, if I'm going to bring someone as a diversity hire.
It might as well be someone I like.
And like, I don't want to like be weird and like I want to say like, hey, you are coming as a diversity hire.
Right. Also,
I don't think it was a sexual thing. But in case it was a sexual thing of like, bring a woman, I'm like, what woman could beat up a man?
Absolutely.
But then, like, so you ended up being sick.
Yeah. I had laryngitis. I had laryngitis for 2 shows.
Yeah.
And I had to do a show in Louisville. I don't know what the fuck they call it. It's one of them. And my voice was so gravelly. It made it so much better because there was like a guy who just had like open heart surgery that I had figured out during my set. Okay. So I was like going over to him with like this voice. And I'm like giving him a little fake lap dance, you know what I mean, Daddy-O? And it was just like so painful but so funny and then of course like I left that show and I was like, I cannot speak for like 3 days now. You know what I mean? But it added to it.
But I was
enhancement.
I was like, I was looking forward to hanging out with Tracy for a few hours.
Right.
Now that Tracy's off the table, I don't really want to.
Same. I wouldn't do that show if you weren't going.
Yeah, because I don't know. Because you were already, unfortunately, like diversity hire. It was gonna be a real tough sell to like, hey, another woman. You are my second choice. Right. Last minute
for a drive that's going to take all day.
Diversity hire for a show 3 hours away.
Right.
Everything about that is.
I also think it's kind of sketchy when a producer asks you to book their show for them. I always just think that's kind of fun.
When I message them and
personally,
said, "Hey, Tracy's
that was
sick."
a good one.
That was a good one. You shouldn't have covered that.
I know. I just realized
you should have gave that to the world.
Just give it a minute.
You'll be back.
There's another one a bubbling.
But I told him Tracy's not available. He's like, "Oh, you can find another one." Like,
I just think that's so crazy.
Do you wanna ask around for your show?
Do you maybe know local people that might be more readily available than people 3 hours away? Maybe, possibly. Who knows?
Want to kind of ask somebody? It's your show. But anyways,
weird in my humble opinion.
We didn't do it. But
just my personal opinion.
Well, you should do good shows. You should do more shows that are good and less shows that are bad.
I mean, I haven't really been doing bad shows. I did a lot of the Gateway show. I went on the road with Billy. That was super fun. I'm in the finals for the Funny Final Four with Team Gabby.
What's it like to be picked 2 years in a row?
Feels good. Feels good.
It must be nice.
My foyer is full.
Your cockles?
My cockles? Spitting and spurtering. I'm just making words up now. Like a fucked up Dr. Seuss book.
Skibbity scoobity.
Skibbity scoobity scat man.
That's the worst thing that's happened on this whole thing. Nothing I've said even comes close to you saying skibbity scoobity.
Just cut all that out.
It's all staying in. I don't cut anything. Skibbity scoobity's nuts.
It's my impression of Johnny. He scatted on stage one time, and it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen.
Really?
He had, like, a classically trained opera singer that was singing because she was, like, trashed, and she was on stage after both shows. It was, like, Late Night Friday, and she was on stage singing, and he just went up blackout drunk, trashed and started scatting, and it was so goddamn funny. It was perfect. There's probably video of it somewhere.
I know you have to go soon.
I do have to go to work.
Can you quickly tell me about this man doing a line?
Okay, so I don't think he would care about us talking about it because it's Steve Hurst, an incredible comic. He's out of Dallas, originally from England, so he has like that real thick accent, which we're not doing anymore. We're not doing any more impressions, and because Tracy learned her lesson. And
skippity scoop.
Right, oh Cheerio, skippity scoopy. So the previous owner of Looney's here in the Springs passed away, and we have his ashes at the club, just like hanging up in the bar. Also, he haunts the place. That's a totally different pod.
Okay.
But yeah, so Steve Hurst, he takes like 16 Jaeger bombs like right off the bat. He's shooting tequila on stage. He's just trashed, and he decided to do a line of Lauren's ashes. And I do have a video of it. It was insane. It was insane. But it was just like, it was very casual. Once he started the process of like emptying out the little tiny urn and like lining it up, it just felt very natural at the club.
Was this like his big closer, or did he?
No, this is like in front of us. Just like
okay, this
friends and family.
Okay.
No.
I'm imagining he's on stage.
No, I don't think the people in the audience would have gotten it.
That's like, why I thought it was... It's already crazy, but
yeah.
like he has to give context to everything that's happening.
But he did used to do the toilet paper trick on stage, where he would drop trow and stick a piece of toilet paper between his butt cheeks and light it on fire, and he gave a girl in the audience a beer. So, or he gave a girl in the audience water, and he had a beer, and he had to chug the beer. And if he didn't chug the beer faster than the toilet paper went in flames, she was supposed to like put it out. But the entire showroom just smelled like burnt ass hair because she did not put it out. It was like she didn't have the nerve to like throw the water onto this guy's taint. Because she's a perfect stranger at a comedy show.
Sometimes I do comedy and I'm like, this is art.
Mm-hmm.
What we do is art, and we are artists. This is, this is almost like a public good. This is a service I'm providing to
and
the
other
community.
times it's like, oh, this is a frat house.
This is a guy putting toilet paper in his butt and lighting it on fire for 150 people.
Yeah, it was closer to 200.
Brutal.
Come on down to Looney's.
Dude, so sad.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
We're going to firm handshake it out.
Thank you. Tracy.
Russell.
Do you have anything you want to plug?
Not really.
Okay.
Follow me on Tracy Twits on Instagram.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for doing the show, Tracy.
Of course.
Okay.
Was that okay?
Yeah. Cheers it.
I think it was fun.
I think it was fun.
Are you going through something? Do you need someone to talk to? I'm being serious right now.
No.
Okay.
What are you?
Because you kind of came out swinging.
With asking if you like your husband?
Yeah.
No, that's
well, and then you were like, and me and my wife aren't really getting along.
Because of your foyer.
Me and my old ball and chain. I'm giving you shit.
Battle axe.
All right, I gotta go.
You gotta get out of here.
Thank you so much.